55 2026 season, where the Winnipeg Jets last year coming off a third round playoff exit, I believe. Yeah, I lost in the conference finals to the eventual Stanley Cup winners, the Edmonton Oilers, who won their first cup in this franchise, where they beat out the St. Louis Blues, who went to the Stanley Cup finals for the first time since year one. So we are getting set for this new season. I'm going to do what I always do, which is simulate right to the trade deadline and see how the team is holding up. I've also, when I wasn't broadcasting, I did make a I did offer someone a contract extension. He's an HL guy. We'll see if he resigns. I'm really up against the cap, and Samson does accept his offer. Oh, he's an 83, so I did resign one guy on the roster. And nice. Had a scouting assignment. '97 forwards in the Western Hockey League. We'll start there. We'll do 6 weeks. Teams must be solid compliant. Yes, I know about waivers. So we're looking at a 4-2 start to the preseason. We lose our first game of the season. Rebound with 3 straight wins. And an overtime loss. So 3-1-1 in the first week of hockey. Good year for rookies. Not bad. 5-1. Shutout loss. So 4-1-2. 5-1-2 on the year so far. 3-0. We have gone most of this month with only 2 losses in regulation. The month of October, that's not bad. Let's get screen disconnected. Alright, time to do some scouting. There's 93 forwards in the West and they go back. Let's take a look at them. I pretty much just focus on North America, and then that way I find a lot of that. Well, Kavanaugh is injured with back spasms. Best lines. 11-4-3, not a bad start to the year. I'm excited for that. So it'll be interesting to see where we stand come the trade deadline. St. Louis is in our division. They got more wins. They're ahead of us. So we're at least second in the division. It's a 4-game winning streak. Oh, lost there. Back-to-back shutout wins. Another 4-game winning streak. Make it 5. Can we bump it to 6? Not shootout loss. A win, then another shootout loss. Another win. So that's 4 games with 4 points. Shootout win. Okay, so we're 2 months away from the trade deadline, and we're getting a lot of injuries lately. 8-0 shutout of the Jets. I mean, turn around and lose 3-0 to the Panthers. And we got our first trade of the year coming through. Kings are looking for T Knights, a 4th and a 7th, and sending us Phillips. Let's take a look at this trade. Phillips is on an expiring contract. He's a 78 overall, 26-year-old defenseman. T Knights is a low top 9 sniper. I'm not prepared to get rid of him yet. He's only 19, so we'll keep that trade. Or cancel that trade. I mean, Alvin Rogers is ready to play. Helps us get a win. Cowan re-injured his hip. Decline. Do-do-do-do. 31. Let's get 33 wins by the end of this month. We just lost Matt Murray to an injury. Let's look at forwards in America for 3 weeks because only 66. Emery's already back in the lineup, missing a game. $5-0, 4-1. What a stretch of wins. Can we get 45 wins by the trade deadline? No. Well, maybe if we win the next 5 games. Okay, definitely need to win the next. Maybe win 5 to be at 44 wins. Come on, let's hit 40 wins. Decline. 41, 42. I don't want players on 1-year contracts. If one of these guys is like 2 years, I'd consider it, but because I am really tight up against the cap. Oh, we have a guy being cleaned off waivers. Pot off. 26 years old. Hasn't really taken off in the NHL yet, so 26. I wouldn't re-sign him if he was younger, maybe, but declined. So we're 44, 16, 44, 14, and 6. We are sitting first in the division, first in the NHL. Jeffrey Thomas with 38 goals, leading the team. Also has 67 points. Love it. Mark Scheifele, 66. Laine with 60. Clayton Clutch Keller with 51 points. Cowan with 43. DeNicola. Is that his rookie year? It is. 37 points. Ethan Holloway. He just signed his big extension. Henderson. He's also a rookie. So he's got 24. Giroux, Rammer. Rogers has missed 3 games. So Murray going 31, 13, and 5 with each show, so 929 save percentage, 196 goals against average. Zachary Fucali going 13, 1, and 1 with 3 shutouts, 113 save goals against average. So not bad. So let's take a look at what we have. New contracts. Okay. Top 6, top 4, top 6, and top 9. Okay, so these are guys I won't mind losing. I like to try to keep guys who have elite potential. Like Noakes, he's very slow progression. Okay, so all of these guys are gonna be renters or Gil will keep, but Johnson I'm gonna let go of, and same with Merkley. What are you doing this year, Merkley? 3 goals, 14 assists. Not worth the money I'm paying you. Just 3 assists. Ooh, he's gonna be tough. So, yeah, he'll be definitely staying. Kavanaugh. Because restricted free agents. What's his plus minus? Plus minus 5. Let's be consistent. Okay. I'll say that's not bad. He's decent. Third minute pairing, defensive defenseman. Chapek. He only played 4 games in the NHL this year. Okay, so we're gonna Lars Johnson, Merkley, and Chlopek. I'm gonna try to move out. Same with Appleton. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Train block. So I can affect anything. Proposed trade, dummy. So I'm gonna have Merkley next year ready to play in the position I want him to. So I can flip Merkley to a team that's interested in that has roster space. Maybe Pittsburgh. I'll be able to sneak him in. Alright, so we'll mark the out for a third. Gives us 2 of those so far. Okay. See the other guy wondering about Chillapic. Yeah, that's it. Doesn't have an extension with me, so screw you. Okay, so we'll Chillapic. So it's okay. Can't remember the other 2 guys' names. What positions they play. You're a restricted free agent. I will try to keep you. Hopefully, resign in the off season. Gory's unsigned rookie. That's fine. So Appleton will be the next one, and Johnson a defenseman. So. Johnson's a center. That's for Appleton's a center. Roster. And now let's go to defenseman. And we'll leave out the last guy there. Let's just go to best roster. Now let's go to roster moves, because we moved out 3 guys who are actually on the NHL team. And that's going to leave us short-handed, yeah. So. So I'm definitely going to call up Gil, because he'll definitely get playing time. Actually, no, I'll leave Gil down for now. Actually, I'll call him up. Let's take a look at the lineups. There we go. So Gil's going to be playing off wing on the left-hand side. Who's not getting playing time? Brennan, how old are you? 26. Actually, I'll leave it like that. Brennan will be the extra forward there. Okay, so as we are first in the league, I'm not worried about the playoff spot. Pick up a series of draft picks as we sell off 4 players. So quickly recap, if we go into the, where is it? Player pick and trading, so at the deadline, let's see what happened at the deadline. Or towards the deadline there. So February 2nd, Montreal traded a left winger, a 5th, and a 6th, acquiring a center and a 4th. These are the names that were traded. Well, Alex Took went from St. Louis to Dallas for a goaltender. Nick Schmaltz for a pair of picks. Keith White and Jordan Heskin for Eric Sakic and a pick from Ottawa. Montreal acquired a 3rd round pick. Apparently, Kyomo Tumen. Pittsburgh has acquired trades. Nick Merkley from us for a pick. Nashville acquired Philip and a 4th for a 3rd. Detroit acquired Mason Alton for a 7th. Nashville acquired Lars Johnson for a pair of 4ths. So I'm happy with what we did at the deadline. As every year seems, we just unload our RFAs, because I want to try to keep the core of this team together as long as possible, because the way how well they're doing in the playoffs. So speaking of playoffs, let's get up to that date on the schedule. See if we can hit 60 wins. Only 15 more to go. 14. 13. Boo. What? 12 wins. 11. 10. No, not going to hit it. 51, 52, 53, 54. Let's see if we hit 55 wins. And we hit 55 wins. The Metal Moose hitting 40 wins. I don't think it's going to be good enough because 40 wins does not seem to be good enough for the HL. Oh, they did clinch. Oh, man. Shifley ended up leading the team with 84 points. Get into points leaders. Holy crap. Well, at least this year the Moose are starting off on the road, so. Okay, so we get into points leaders from the regular season. Mark Shifley's 84 points. Led the team. Jeffrey Thomas with 42 goals. Entire league. Okay, so Connor McDavid with an 89-point campaign. Leading the league. Colin White. Mark Shifley with 84 points. Josh Hosang. Jeffrey Thomas is 42 goals, putting behind Tavares. It looks like John Tavares taking home the Maurice Richard Award. Rookie skaters this year. Manzata with a 51-point campaign. Arthur Dinolica 48 points. That's close as I've come to having a guy with that. Vince Henderson with 35 points. Henderson tying for the rookie. Oh no, second in rookie goals. And finally, our goalie, Murray, 40, 17, and 7 with 10 shutouts, 928 save percentage, 197 goals against average. Fukali, 21 appearances, 15, 2, and 1 with 3 shutouts, a 948 and 948 save percentage with a 151 goals against average. So if we go into team stats, oops, the wrong damn button. So we were 2.99 goals for, just under 3 per game, and 1.95 goals against average. So our second most offensive team behind the Winnipeg Jets. And we were the most defensive team by 25 goals. Nice. Finished with 118 points to 6 points up on St. Louis, so we definitely won the Presidents. 72 win percentage, 51 power play goals throughout the year, 22.6%, which was good for the 4th best power play in the league. Our 84.4 penalty kill. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th best in the league. 28, 11, and 2 at home. 27, 8, and 6 on the road. 7 and 3 in our last 10. Let's get to the playoffs where we meet up with. Oh, actually, playoff tree first. So it is Edmonton, San Jose, Los Angeles, Vancouver, Winnipeg, Colorado, St. Louis, Nashville. In the East, it's Toronto, Buffalo, Montreal, Tampa, Islanders, Devils, Blue Jackets, and Flyers. Let's do our 8-time sim. Oops. And we've got 2 wins this month already against Colorado. So we should be able to take this with Thomas open the scoring. But Spacek ties it up. Then go on the power play. We get one of our own. So we have a quick goal, and Thomas with the second of the period makes it 2-1. As we were all over Colorado, 13-5 shots on net, and a 2-1 lead. 1 goal lead is what I was trying to say. It's our third power play. It's like we're all over Colorado in this game. It's phenomenal. Shots 20-15 in favor of Winnipeg after 2. We lead 2-1 still. We're going into the third period, looking to take a 1-0 series lead. And we hold on for the 2-1 victory despite a late penalty. Total shots in the game 29-22 in favor of Winnipeg. The score 2-1 with Thomas getting both goals in the first period. He takes home the first star. Matt Murray the second star. Mackenzie Blackwood taking home the third star for the Avalanche. As we go to game 2. And the Moose winning their first game with a score of 4-3 in overtime. And we go to game 2 up 1-0. And look for our 4th straight win against the Avalanche this month. And Scheifele opens up the scoring. So our top line getting it done. As it is still. Oh, Watson ties it up. So 1-1 after 1 shots, 11-7 in favor of the Jets. Let's see how. Cowan makes it 2-1. So we get quick goals on this team. So we're quick strike in the playoffs, which I like. Power play, but our power play is faltering. Huge. And once again, Rogers with the goal makes it 3-1. So we're heading into the third. 3-1 out shooting Colorado 29-17. See if we can hold on for the 3-1 victory. Take the 2-0 series lead. As this series will shift back. And Cowan with the second of the game makes it 4-1. That should be enough to do it. We've limited Colorado to 6 shots, I believe, in this period. And with a 4-1 victory, we take a 2-0 series lead. Shots 40-25 in favor of the Jets. 3 stars. Jared Cowan with 2 goals and an assist. Matt Murray allowing 1 goal, making 24 saves. And Patrick Laine with 2 assists. We are up 2-0 as this series shifts to Colorado. for Game 3. And the Moose are up 2-0 over the Rockford Ice Hogs. Simulate game. And once again, we open the scoring with the goal from Giroux. Get a shorthanded goal from Nicola. Shifley making it 3-0. Then Jost makes it 3-1. McKinnon makes it 3-2. So Colorado not going down without a fight with 2 late goals on Murray. Shots 11-7 in favor of Colorado after the first period. Let's see if we can hold them off and take a 3-0 series lead. And we just took a penalty. Kill it off. Colorado all over us in this game. It's 3-2. Peg. And Winnipeg with a 3-2 lead going into the third. Shot 21-20. Can we hold on? And halfway through, still no change. We get a power play. Shifley gets a power play goal. It's 4-2. Coletta's in net now for the Avalanche. They'll probably get at least one of the stars in this game. As we take Game 3 with a 4-2 victory. Shots 31-30 in favor of the Avalanche. It's the first time we've been outshot in the series, even if it is by 1. 3 stars: Mark Shifley, Matt Murray, and Vic Coletta. And we go into Game 4 looking for the sweep. And what could be our 6th straight win against the Avalanche in this playoff. Or in this month, I mean. Duh. It's a close checking game. Colorado's now run away with it. They're up 14-4 in shots. The Blitz scores, but Nicola ties it up right away. Shots 19-8 in favor of Colorado in the first period, and it's a 1-1 game. Colorado is not going to be able to fight, but Thomas makes it 2-1. That's his 3rd or 4th of this series. Rantanen ties it up. Shots 33-17 in favor of Colorado. We're going to the 3rd period, tied 2-2. As we look to eliminate the Avalanche, and they look to stay alive. They just got a power play. It was a long one. We killed it off. Murray, for the most part, standing on his head, giving us a chance to win if we can find one more goal. And we do, from Clayton Clutch Keller, his first of the playoffs. And Holloway with an empty netter makes it 4-2. Shots 41-34 in favor of Colorado. They can't get a single win against us in the month of April in 6 games. As Matt Murray takes on the first star, Mikko Rantanen takes home the 2nd star, and Clayton Clutch Keller with the game winner taking home the 3rd star. And we are now going to be waiting. I'm just going to flip over to the AHL as I go day by day. And the Manitoba Moose are advancing to the 2nd round, where they'll play the St. Louis Notes. Also lose game 2, as it's once again a doubleheader in Winnipeg with the Moose playing and the Jets. Nashville went to 7 games. Let's take a look at the playoff tree. Mark Scheifele leading the team with 6 points in 4 games. Montreal and Toronto are both out in the East. So it was Nashville in 7 over St. Louis. Winnipeg in 4 over Colorado. The Kings in 7 over the Canucks. The Oilers in 7 over the Sharks. So it's Edmonton, Los Angeles, Winnipeg, Nashville in the East. Every series but mine went to 7. Wow. So it's Philadelphia in 7 over Columbus. The Devils in 7 over the Islanders. The Lightning in 7 over Toronto. And Buffalo in 7 over Tampa Bay in 7 over Montreal. Buffalo in 7 over Toronto. It's Tampa Bay, Buffalo, Philadelphia, New Jersey. And the Moose are down 2-0 in the second round against the St. Louis Notes. We look for our 5th straight playoff win. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9th win in a row overall. Winnipeg's been quick strikes so far in the playoffs. Can that keep up against the Predators? Doesn't look like it, as the Predators are playing us tight. But Thomas gets the first goal on Aduya midway through the first. And we are up 1-0 after 1 shots, 11-5 in favor of Winnipeg. Take a power play. We will get a power play done. And we're still out shooting them. Actually, hit double digits. They're starting to catch it up in the shots. Dahlin makes it 2-0. Shots 19-14 after 1. Winnipeg out up 2-0 in game 1 of the second round. See if we can hold on for the 2-0 victory. Nashville getting a power play early in the third. We get to kill it off. Nashville's pulling close in shots too, as they're trying anything they can. They're only a shot down. The shots are now even. And Nicola makes it 3-0. We take game 1, 3-0. Shots 26 apiece. 3 stars. Matt Murray with the shutout. Arthur D. Nicola and Jeffrey Thomas. That's our 5th straight playoff win. 9th in the month of April. 9th straight in April. So if we included the series, we would have won every single game we played in the month of April. And it looks like the Moose picked up a victory in their last game. And we take, and White gets a power play goal. I think it's the first time we've scored on first in the playoffs. And Nashville is all over us, out shooting us 11-5 as Henderson ties up the game. And it's 1-1 after 1. Nashville 13 with 13 shots to our 5. We're going into the second period tied 1-1 and being completely outplayed by the Nashville Predators. And Holloway makes it 2-1. Salvador makes it 3-1. As we're pulling in with the shots. But Nashville's starting to run away with it again. It's 3-1 after 2 shots, 21-13 in favor of Nashville. We scored twice on 8 shots in that period. As we look to take game 2, go up 2-0 in this series. But White with the second of the game makes it 3-2. We hold on for the last 5 minutes of this game. Last minute, 8 seconds left, and we hold on for the 3-2 victory despite being outshot 33-23. 3 stars of game 2 are Wayne Salvador, Matt Murray, and Colin White, who had the only 2 goals for the Predators. This series shifting to Nashville now, as the Moose have tied up their series. That's 10 wins in a row, 6 of them in the playoffs. And Nashville once again opens the scoring with the goal from Dahlin early in the first on Murray. White makes it 2-0. And we are being outshot 12-7, trailing 2-0 in after the first period of game 3. Line makes it 2-1 with a quick goal in the second. And then we get a power play, but nothing comes out of it. As we are firing everything we can at the net. And we're down by 1, being outshot 22-15. It's 2-1 in game 3. The Jets lead 2-0. Get a long power play, then we take a penalty. Clayton clutch. Keller ties it up. Mark Scheifele right away, giving us a 3-2 lead. White with his second of the game. That's 4 goals in 2 games for White, tying it up. Looks like we're gonna go to overtime for the first time in the playoffs, as we're outshot 37-24. The Predators trying to avoid going down 3-0 in this series. And on their 42nd shot of the game, Griffin scores to give the Predators a 4-3 victory. We were outshot 42-25 in that game. The 3 stars, Colin White with 2 goals, Seth Griffin, and Philip Forsberg. As the Predators hand us our first loss in the month of April. And end our 10-game winning streak dating back to the regular season. And the Moose look like they're on the verge of eliminating the Notes. Sim game. And we take a penalty early in the game and kill it off. Take a second penalty in the game. Penalty killers are coming through. As Gill opens the scoring, making it 1-0 after 1 for Winnipeg. Shots 11-7 in favor of Nashville. Henderson makes it 2-0. Line makes it 3-0. That should be enough. One more just for insurance. 4-5 on 3-5 on 4-0. We're finally out shooting them. Cowan makes it 4-0. Shots 23-19 in favor of Winnipeg after 2 as we score 3 in the second. And we have the commanding 4-0 lead heading into the third. Can the Predators battle back? I highly hope not. As we're midway through the period, we're out shooting them 30-24, 31-25 now, 31-26, 32-27, 32-30. 2 minutes to go in the game, last minute of play, and we outshoot them 35-30, taking a 4-0 victory. Matt Murray, the first star, obviously. Rick Gill and Jared Cowan, the other two. As we go back to Winnipeg for Game 5, looking to eliminate the Predators. And the Notes force Game 7 in their series with the Moose. We get an early power play, but nothing comes out of it. Out shooting them 11-12-1. Finally, the 13th shot of the game, Giroux scores. As we are all over Nashville in this period. Laine makes it 2-0. Shots 23-2 in favor of Winnipeg in the first of Game 5. And we lead 2-0 as we look to send the Predators to the Lynx. Scheifele making it 3-0. That should do it, barring a collapse. Giroux makes it 4-0. I think that we're advancing to the next round with a 5-game win. And on Game 5, the shots 36-13 after 2, and we get a goal from Thomas right away in the second. Then Scheifele getting a power play goal. It is 6-0, as this game has been all Winnipeg. Shots on goal 56-17. Nashville trying to break the shutout. They don't. The shots on net in that game, 56-20 in favor of the Jets. 3 stars of the game. Mark Scheifele with 2 goals and an assist. Patrick Laine with a goal and 2 assists. And Bernard Giroux with 2 goals. As we take Game 5 and knock off the Predators. So for the second year in a row, we're going to the conference finals. And the Moose are out. And it's the LA Kings that will be playing in the conference finals. Scheifele with 12 points in 9 games. It's Tampa, Philadelphia in the East. So the Kings have played 14 games in the playoffs, going 8-6. I've played 9, going 8-1. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Just had to urinate. And in the East, it was a stark contrast from the first round as Philadelphia takes out the Devils in 5, and the Lightning took out the Sabres in 5. So that is a huge contrast to where every series in the first round in the East went to 7, and every series in the West went to 7 but mine, where we swept out Colorado. And so the LA Kings have played the maximum amount of games to get to the conference finals, where they're playing a well-rested Winnipeg Jets, who have played 5 less games. Yeah, 5. Oh, let's see what we can get through the conference finals in quick succession, and hopefully walk out with our 5th appearance in the Stanley Cup Finals. Come out strong early, take it quick. Finally, Thomas Tatar makes it 1-0. For Baca, Carlson makes it 2-0. Giroux responds, makes it 2-1. We get another power play. We can't seem to score. Shots 10-7 in favor of the Jets. We trail 2-1 after 1. As the Kings look to hand us our first loss on home ice, now they look at it. We take a 5-on-3. Another penalty for power play for us, so we can't get anything going. Shots 21-16 in favor of the Jets. We still trail by 1. Scheifele ties it up early in the third. We are still dominating. We then take a dumbass penalty. We're running away with the shots now, as we look to take game 1 for the 3rd straight series. It looks like we're going to be going to overtime, and we are we are tied 2-2. Shots 34-25 in favor of the Jets. Can they get that next goal, as they've started out strong in overtime? And on the 41st shot of the game, the Jets get past, take game 1 with a 3-2 victory with a goal from Holloway. Shots in overtime were 7-2, as we were all over them looking to end this one. Matt Murray the first star, Calvin Cavanaugh the second, and Ethan Holloway the third. And we are going to game 2, looking to take a 2-0 series lead. And Line opens up the scoring. And we then go on the power play. They get a power play. It's a pretty even game in shots. 10-7. So we're out shooting them 11-7 after 1. Line with an early first period goal gives us the 1-0 lead. Can we hold on and take game 2? As Matt Murray is, I was going to say Matt Murray staying his head, but Thomas Tatar ties up the game. Take another power play. They take a penalty again, but we can't seem to score on the power play against this team. Shots 19-18, so the Kings outplays in the second. They tie up the game. It's tied 1-1 after 2. This is a close game, folks, as we get another power play, a 5-on-3, a 5-on-4. We cannot score on the power play. Looks like we might be going to overtime again, as we are running away with the shots. And we're out shooting 30-26, going to overtime for the second straight game. This time it's the Kings all over us, trying to end it. We take a penalty, and that was it, as McLeod ends the game midway through overtime. The Kings have handed us our first loss in the home ice in the playoffs. Calvin Winkler, Matt Murray, and Ryan McLeod with the 3 stars. Power play. Before we get into game 3. And is a Lightning up 2-0 on the Flyers. What is our power play? Oh, sorry, our power play percentage. That's what I want. Sorry, a little tired. So we have a 3.36 goals for, 1.45 goals against. We're 17.2% on the power play, 88% on the penalty kill. So our power play needs to get better. So I think we're going to put Line A on the point in the power play. Thomas, Scheifele, Line A. Right-handed shot that spot. Okay, so now we got I think we've improved our power play good there. Yeah. The only thing that sucks is 2 left-handed shooting defensemen on the thing, but that should be okay. So try to spark this power play for game 3, the first game in Los Angeles, as we look to take the 2-1 series lead. Following back-to-back overtime games. And since we make changes to the power play, they don't take a single penalty. And shots are 9-8 in favor of the Kings after one, with no score in the third game of the Western Conference Finals. We take a penalty, we can't score. They take a penalty, they take another penalty. No, we're 0 for 2 on the power play in this game. Shots are 18-17 after 2. Still no score. But the Tar opens the scoring. The Kings are going to probably take game 3 back-to-back power plays and we can't score. Tatar with his second of the game makes it 2-0. We're going to get shut out for the first time in the playoffs. Jackman makes it 3-0 with an empty netter. Calvin Winkler, Thomas Tatar, and Tyler Toffoli with the 3 stars. One, two, three, four. 4 penalties all to the Kings. And we don't get a single goal. And we're in Los Angeles for game 4. We need to tie this series up. And another quick power play. But we can't score. Zaka opens the scoring for the Kings in the first. And then they take a penalty, and then they get a shorthanded goal. Oh my lord, that just killed us. Shots 13-11 in favor of the Kings. They lead 2-0 after 1. Come on, Jets. And it's 2-0 after 2. Shots 26-18 in favor of the Kings. We finally take a penalty in Los Angeles. Another power play. 5-on-3, 5-on-4. Come on. Our power play went something like 0 for 8. One, two, three, 4. One, two, three, 4. We get 0 for 4 on the power play. Ridiculous. Three stars: Winkler, Murray, and Zaka. Okay, so I give them 2 games. So we're down 3-1 now. Screw it, I'm gonna leave power play as is. We're on home ice, maybe that'll help. No. And McLeod opens the scoring. It's 1-0 after 1. Shots 13-11 in favor of the Kings. Cowan ties it up in the second. Take a long penalty there. And it's looking like it's going to be 1-1 after 2 shots, 26-22 in favor of the Kings as we look to stay alive, and that's it. Forsbacka Karlsson has eliminated the Winnipeg Jets, especially when we take like a 20-minute penalty. And we lose 4 straight games and fall in 5. Matt Murray, the first star, Calvin Winkler, the second, and Jakob Forsbacka Karlsson, the third star. As we scored 1 goal in 3 games. We only scored 7 goals that entire series. Washington scored 2, 4, 7, 9, 11. Yeah, they just killed us. Mark Scheifele, you earned the right to stay around, as you had the best playoff performance. Same with Line. So we were led by our veterans. Matt Murray going 9-3-2 with a 949, 154 save percentage. So it's not him. He was just let down by the team. Well, it's the Lightning versus the Kings for the Stanley Cup. And the LA Kings made short work of the Lightning and the Hartford Wolfpack, winning the Calder Cup. I'm going to leave this up for a couple seconds because I don't have my computer with me to edit my spreadsheet. Or actually, I could do that. Jets franchise. Come on. Okay. Once again, let me edit it. Damn it. Alright. So it's the LA Kings winning Stanley Cup, the Hartford Wolfpack with the Calder Cup. No changes there, really. 85, almost 86 is minimum cap. Maximum is 105.5. So Carolina with the first pick in the draft, courtesy of the Chicago Blackhawks. They get the first 2 picks. Wow. Carolina, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Anaheim, Washington, Boston, Ottawa, Vegas, Arizona, the Rangers, Dallas, Calgary, Detroit, and Florida. No skaters retiring. No goalies retiring for the Jets. Goalies across the league. Carey Price calling it a career with 471 career wins. Ben Bishop calling it a career. Ante Ranta calling career, Mari Jones. North, Dustin Twarski, McCollum, and that's pretty much it. All skaters. Patrick Kane calling a career. Steven Stamkos hanging up the skates after failing to win the Stanley Cup for the third time. Kopitar and Taves, who finished his career up in Washington. Lucic calling a career. Bailey, Carlson, Gagne, PK Subban. Wow. Patrick Kane, PK Subban were both in Chicago. Yossi calls a career. Daninoff, Anders Lee, Kreider, Ryan McDonough, Eakin, Hula, Spurgeon, Toulouse, Tyler Myers, Jason Prince, Zach Bogosian, wow. Cassian, Devontae Smith Valley, Gould, Dahan, Shen. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so we're going to try to make a blockbuster to bump this team. And we need to free up cap space to sign Gill and Kavanaugh. So we're going to do that. 15 million to play with. So should be good. Second screen. There it is. Alright. So let's take a look at Patrick Laine, still only 28. Clayton Clutch Keller is 27. Scheifele's the oldest guy on the team. He's been up and down. Hasn't missed a game since I started. So Rogers, Dolan, Nicola. Both goalies with 3 years left on their contracts. I'll leave them there. Yeah, it's going to be the only two. Actually, I'll throw up Ratcliffe as well. See if we can just move him out. Okay. So if I can get Ratcliffe out for like a 4th to 7th pick, I'll be happy. Shifley and Dolan I'm going to use to try to go after the 1st or 2nd pick overall. Considering Carolina holds them both. Take a look at the draft class. Decent year for rookies, so we'll see what they're calling for. There's 4 elites, 17 decent 80s. He's got medium. So I could go to Carlos Stewart, McCarthy. Carlos. Okay. I'm going after one of the 2 centers, I know that much. So screw you, Carolina. So, Mark Shifley, thank you for your years of service. So Stewart was a 781, McCarthy was an 80, and they're going to be stacked. And we are going to take Carlos, who's a 79. Well, should be good enough for us at the start of next year. As we make our first year without Mark Shifley as captain. We're naming a new captain in the off season. 5th round. Fringe starter. 70 user pick. Ashton is a 72 already. Nice. 70 user pick. Low elite defenseman, nice. Quincy's a 72, selected in the 4th round. So I picked up 3 70-plus players in this draft so far. Steven's a low elite. That's 2 low elites. User pick. And the Tampa Bay Lightning willing to take our pair of 7s off us for a 6th. We're going to just edit this trade a little bit. We're willing to make this deal if you take Ratcliffe off our hands as well. Tell you what, Tampa. I still a bit on Dolan, so that's okay. So Carlos, our first round pick, then we don't draft again until third. We pick up 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the I can't remember. Yeah, so it goes 31, then Walker's a third, Ralston's a third, Bork's a third, Sterling's a 4th, Quincy's a 4th, and then we go 5th, 6th, and 7th. Okay, let's get to the re-sign phase. Okay, so we should now have more than enough money to sign Rick Gill. And we're going to stick with our thing of getting guys as long as possible. So I might not even sign our top draft pick this year. Beck, I've done good enough to get your entry level deal. Bentley, you can earn yours. Grigori. Okay, 25 truffle. So, okay. Now this rookie here, Carlos, unsigned rookie. He might get his initial contract signed soon. We'll see how things go, and if he progresses to at least an 80. If he progresses to an 80, I'll be willing to sacrifice the 3 extra years to bring him in right away. So Gill accepts his extension. Kavanaugh accepts his. Noakes accepts. Beck accepts. Gregor accepts. Astich accepts. Bentley accepted. Alfredson accepted. Do I have any goaltenders that are coming up? Go to contracts. We got 7 million. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we might have to sign Carlos early. Left wingers 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 right wingers that are NHL ready. Nice. Can almost move a Liney, but I won't. It's a 91. Could move out Drew or Holloway to make room for Gil Kovalev. 5, 6. Goalies. Because next year I'm going to have to re-sign Leach and McNabb and Carl, so and that leaves me down there with him for at least 2 more years. And that's it for free agents. I'm going to resign. So I'm going to move it to right wing out to strengthen the defense. Hopefully with a nice young defensive prospect. Because as you see there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 NHL ready ones. 2 of them are only top 6 forwards. Giroux, 24. Giroux's in last year's contract. Played 2 years in the NHL. 19 goals, decent assist totals last year. But his playoff performances are a little bit to be desired. So I'm more willing to part ways with Bernard Giroux for a young defenseman. Sadly, he's way too good for me. Colmore, 23, top 4, but last year was contract. Might come back to you, Colmore. Nothing there really. also want to go older, but I don't. Okay, I got the Pennsylvania's in last year's contract, but that's okay. So that now gives us well, I only have 14 million this year. Rogers and Dahlin looking for extensions. Same with Cowan, and now Negan and Bodie. Wow, man. So yeah, I guess sign Carlos. Four, five. I hate trying to move guys out. Okay, as well as it's gonna go for him. So that frees up 7 more million. Go to contracts. Now we now got 14 million to play with this year. Only have 3 centers under NHL deals. We got Cowan looking for an extension. Two, three, four, 5 there. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 defensemen there, so we can send those 2 down. Well, send Salvador down for sure. Goalies, we can have Fucali there. So my biggest decision is what's out there for free agency and centers. Do I sign a free agent or do I sign Carlos? And I got 21 million. Cap space. Rogers is 21. Dolan is 26. Cowan is Alright, so 14 million. I can do a 1-year deal for a really good center and leave the one guy down in the minors for another, well, unsigned for the year. And if there's not Bennett, no, but there's 2 elite defensemen who are both 28. Decent shots. 91, 94. Better defender, decent shots. He's a lefty. He's a righty. I do need a right-handed shooting defenseman. And you know what? Centers. What are the overalls? Bennett, you're an 83. Hackett, you're an 80. Okay, so we're gonna do it that way. We are gonna sign a center. I still haven't fully made my decision on if I'm going to jump on a rookie right away or not. If I can get 6 years out of value with him at a rookie deal, and Cowan rejects our offer of an extension. Vorobiev accepts. McAvoy accepts his 1-year deal with us. Rogers accepts his extension. Dolan accepted his. That leaves us now with $14 guys to re-sign in the off season. Comes a little elite. Medium top 4, medium top 4. So Carlos, don't make me regret this decision, kid. So Mercier is not going to get her signed. Neither is Quincy or Aston. McNabb's going to be gone after this season. Same with Stanley and Carlisle. And we still got about $4 million to play with in cap space, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, for contracts, guess not. Decline, because I don't need defense. So when I had the trading block this year, I'm going to eliminate the need that we are looking for a defenseman. But I am going to throw McAvoy up because he should have decent trade value. And hopefully I can get a first round pick out of him. He's just a right-handed shooting defenseman who could help, might be able to help us this year. If not, then at least he was a decent gamble. And pretty much won't cost us anything because it's not like his contract is going to affect us in the long term. It's just a 1-year deal. So set captains. I'm okay with that. I will give Patrick Laine the captaincy. I have 8 defensemen up. I only need 7. So, and if we don't go far in the playoffs this year, this will be the last year for Murray as a goaltender for the Winnipeg Jets. So we're going to have Clayton, Clutch, Keller on the top line with Cowan and Thomas. Arthur DeNicola with Dwayne Carlos is medium elite, nice. And Patrick Laine, Rick Gill being centered by Samuelson with Henderson on his left. On the left, Brennan, Vorobiev, and Kovalev. And then we get to defense. Both Dolan and Rogers are 90s. McAvoy and Rammer are mid-80s, or higher to mid-80s. Regan and Kavanaugh are low 80s to start the year. Look at our goaltenders, 90 and an 81. So Rewards 22. Yeah, we'll leave him down in the A. You're 22. You're 29. Brad Morrison. Surprise. Yeah, Brad Morrison. Welcome to the parent club. Marcin, you're 23. Mackenzie, you're 23. You're 25. Oh, you're 25. Pascal Waugh, welcome to the big club. Defenseman. So we should have a really good defensive team in Manitoba this year. If we go to the edit lines for the Moose, so we have Larson, Christian Grigori, Sven Albertson, Ekman McKenzie, and in goal we will have Leach M. McNabb, Christopher Leach, T. McNabb. And we got Gainey and Carl as well. Just getting with the team. So I am all set. I'm going to call it a day there, and I'll be back hopefully tomorrow, if not the day after.